As we welcome you to Chatham-Kent Cougars football action on your TV, and we're underway with the Bantam Championship on this rather wet day at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. You've got the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, the Bantam McGregor team against Stanley Insurance, the Bantam Pines. And we're underway here just outside the 40-yard line, inside the 40-yard line, with the Pines going to the air and up the middle, off the fingertips of the receiver at the 50-yard line. So 2nd and 10 coming up here for Stanley Insurance and the Pines.
Beautifully thrown ball there, as you mentioned, just off the fingertips of Christian Burgoon. Perfectly thrown ball. Burgoon just unable to haul in that tough over-the-shoulder catch. Nice play-action pass there, though.
2nd and 10. This time we'll keep it on the ground and right up the middle, nowhere to go. That was 3rd down, pardon me, so that's going to bring up 4th down here for the Pine squad for Stanley Insurance in this Bantam Championship. And it looks like there's about 1.5 yards to go.
It was Peyton Denemy on the carry there. Also had the carry on 1st down that had picked up about 6 yards.
Going for it, 4th and a long one here, and again they'll go right up the middle trying to get the necessary yardage. Looks like they've got it, so they'll move the chains. Again, a nice run up the middle for Peyton Denemy, who's got the early workload up the middle.
Denemy, nice little jump step move in the hole, and then finds a seam, leans forward for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs here for the Pines.
Early on in this first quarter, we've only played a couple of minutes. So far, the weather holding up for this game. A little wet on the field, but not bad otherwise. As we go up the middle once again, trying to find the intended receiver. Right up the middle again, Burgoon was the intended target, just about a couple inches out of his wingspan.
Braxton Anderson, again, a pretty good throw there, giving his receiver a shot. Looked like it was into triple coverage. But again, the throw looked to be pretty much where it needed to be for his receiver to have a chance without that ball getting intercepted.
Pine so far not afraid to air it out a little bit. Couple of shots right up the middle, and it looks like they might go to the air once again. Short dump pass this time around to the near side. It's complete. And a couple of yards picked up there. Ryan Brophy gets the reception. And a couple of yards after the catch, too. So a nice mix of passing and on the ground so far early on for the Pines.
Yeah, just an easy pitch and catch there. Brophy with the snag and then makes the first defender miss. Picks up an extra yard or 2 there before the defense rallies to make the tackle.
Gain of 3, so 3rd and 7 from their own 49-yard line. Back to pass once again, and it goes in and out of the hands of Patrick Pearson, who might have been a little bit too eager with that opportunity. He had some room to run right after the ball got to his hands, but he just couldn't haul it in. So 4th and 7 coming up.
You always wonder if Pearson, perhaps based on where he was on the field, if you maybe hear some footsteps in that area in the middle of the field, right around where the linebackers would be. But you're right, Pearson had a lot of room around him, just unable to pull that ball in.
4th down as they continue to go for it. Successful 4th down conversion last time, but they will not get the necessary yardage this time as they kept it on the ground for Pearson, gaining only about 3 on the ground. So a turnover on downs. Now it will be McGregor's turn. The EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash Bantam McGregors, and they'll have some pretty good field position for their first go at it on offense.
Yeah, start at their own 50-yard line. See what EnviroClean has to offer in the way of offense. Defense did a pretty good job there, allowing just the 1 first down to the Pines.
Late substitution here for the Pines squad, as now it's McGregor keeping it on the ground, slightly off to the left, and a good run on 1st and 10. They get about 6, maybe 7, about 6.5 yards on the ground on 1st and 10. So a good first run there for McGregor.
Hard to get a number on that side of the field. See exactly who the ball carrier was there, but as you mentioned, good pickup on first down.
Second and short for it appears, and once again they will go right up the middle on the ground. And Stewart, he'll get a couple of yards in the right direction too. So third and about 1 coming up here. So a 3-yard gain for Stewart on the ground for McGregor.
And good hard running there in the hole. Good contact with the linebacker. Probably about 2 yards in, and then just kept on chugging. Picked up another couple yards there to bring up a 3rd and short.
Out of the gun on 3rd and very short. And will they get the necessary yards to move the chains? Yes, they will.
First down. 1st and 10 at the UCC 39.
So fresh set of downs here for the Bantam McGregors. Again, the big sponsor, EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash in Chatham. After they had a good defensive stand to kick off this football game. 5:40 remaining in quarter number 1, still scoreless. Mike and Mike back with you here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. Jeff Brooks on the camera. 1st and 10, out of the gun once again. They go to the air, and it looks like a broken play there. Nobody in the area to the quarterback's left.
Looked like Owen Malott Bennett, who's playing quarterback, could feel the pressure there. Almost wonder if he was just kind of throwing that one away. And we do have our first flag of this football game.
So we get the call here.
The call for grounding will be 2nd down on the downs box. Grounding
So intentional grounding, the call against McGregor.
And it's still a passing down for McGregor.
Looks like they're going to say that ball didn't reach the line of scrimmage there on that first down play.
So 2nd and a boatload here for McGregor as they go to the air. Once again, off to the right, incomplete pass. And Corin Stewart, the intended receiver, he just avoided a big hit too after not able to hauling in the football along to the quarterback's right.
Yeah, that play, well read by the Pines. Had 2 defenders out there on Stewart who just couldn't pull in that pass. Perfectly thrown ball there, though, by the quarterback, Malott Bennett.
So 3rd now and a long way, about 3rd and approximately 15 for McGregor. It is a scoreless football game. Back to pass as expected, and a receiver is open. He hauls it in. What a catch along that far side, number 55. Looks like that was Blackbird who hauls it in for McGregor. A big 3rd and 15 conversion. And a big play there, McGregor able to move the chains.
Oh, well thrown ball and a nice catch on the end of that. As you mentioned, Blackbird hauling it in. And that gives them a fresh set of downs on that big gainer.
On 1st and 10, this time they keep it on the ground right up the middle. A couple of positive yards.
Good yardage on first down on that carry. Right up the gut. Corin Stewart, pick up a 5. Good hard running there, right between the tackles.
So McGregor continues to march down the field on their first offensive possession of this game. We're now under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. And McGregor knocking on the doorstep here. Out of the gun once again. And they elect to hand it off once again right up the middle. Working hard on the ground once again was Corin Stewart. And he is only about a yard shy of the first down. So a 4-yard run by Stewart. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, it was a good job by the Pines clogging up the middle. But then Corin Stewart using his ability, able to make that sharp cut and then bounce it to the left to the outside and pick up some positive yardage.
3rd and short. Once again, they keep it on the ground, and he'll get the first down and more going to the end zone. Touchdown for McGregor. Trenton Blackbird with the major score. And he puts his team on the scoreboard first as McGregor Up 6-0.
Oh, good hard running there by Blackbird off that left side. And then able to break through a couple of arm tackles, get into the end zone, and the Bantam McGregor EnviroClean Car Wash able to get on the board first here in this Bantam Championship game.
No, he's not. He's 24. 3-point convert attempt by Tyler Mulder.
Looking to kick it through the uprights. This would count for 3 in this Bantam division. Already up 6-0, and it's through.
Wow,
So
nicely
a
done.
9-point scoring play.
EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash McGregor.
So 9-0 for the McGregor squad. Again, a major sponsor, EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. Very methodic trip down the field there for that drive. That was a good mix of passing and running, and a good run there by Blackbird as he was able to rumble into the big house for the 6 points that eventually turned into 9.
Yeah, again, it was all keyed by the big passing play to Blackbird down that left side. But as we've seen so far, the Bantam McGregor squad able to run the football, mix in the pass as well. Very balanced there on that opening drive where they came away with 9 points.
So now the Pines taking over, the Stanley Insurance Pines squad, trying to answer back on offense. And going to the air, a nice reception along the near side, hauled in by Ryan Brophy on 1st and 10, and they will move the chains once again. So here come the Pines now with Stanley Insurance. They're trying to answer right back quickly.
Brophy looks to be a favorite target here for the Pines. I believe he's got at least 3 or 4 targets, a couple of receptions already in the early going of this football game.
First and 10, under a minute to go in this opening quarter. This time they elect to keep it on the ground, and some good yardage along the near side. Denemy, about a 6-yard run past the 50-yard line. So both offenses, as we're into the last few seconds of the first quarter, they both seem to be finding their rhythm here.
Yeah, really good skills being shown here on both sides. Good blocking, good hard running. We've seen some nice pass plays as well. Really, really impressive stuff.
And they keep it on the ground, and stopped right at the line of scrimmage was Patrick Pearson. Right at around the 50-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and a fair bit to go here. About 3rd and 6 as we have now gone through the entire first quarter. A 9-0 lead for McGregor. Brought to you by EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, major sponsor for those young lads against the Pines and Stanley Insurance. So 9-0 with McGregor, and the Pines trying to answer back here as we're now into the second quarter.
Also a good time maybe to mention some of the other sponsors, obviously, that help make this happen. Of course, big thank you to Kojiko, Your TV, for broadcasting the game.
And for some reason, asking us back to do it time and time again.
It's always a surprise, isn't it?
Yeah, come on back and do it. So thanks to Your TV, Formosa's Pro Shop, Kona Ice as well underway here for the second quarter. And just throwing the football down on the ground to begin this second quarter. An incomplete pass. And this is going to bring up 4th down now for the Pines. Stanley Insurance, a major sponsor for the Bantam Pines squad here this morning.
Swain Brothers.
Thank them very much for their support. Trying to keep this drive going are the Pines on 4th down. They keep it on the ground. Can they find enough room to move the chains? They cannot. On the ground was Patrick Pearson, but there is a flag down, at least one, maybe 2 flags out on the play. Let's see what they call here.
Nice running there from Patrick Pearson, though. Love the patience letting his blockers out in front of him, set up.
And this is a big penalty here against McGregor when they had the Pines pinned with 4th and long, and they have a face mask against McGregor, so that's a big gift there for the Pines.
Yeah, it really is. They're able to keep this drive going. Fresh set of downs. We'll see if the Pines can make it pay off here.
So the drive turns out to remain alive here. 9-0 for McGregor, the early lead. But thanks to that face mask, the Pines keep this football, and now they're in some pretty decent territory around the 42-yard line. As now they have a little razzle-dazzle going on here, thrown down the field and overthrown. As Morlog was trying to find Brophy down the field.
Yeah, lateral pass there, and then they go for the deep bomb intended for Brophy, but good defense there. Defense wasn't fooled at all. Good coverage, and falls incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Pines. Once again, they're going right back to the well, trying it once again, and now it's intercepted. And brought back to the 30, close to the 35-yard line. Nobody else in the vicinity. And it was hauled in. I think that was Braden Twig on defense who hauled it in for the INT. And the McGregor squad takes the football back away, up 9-0.
Great job by Twig. Again, fantastic coverage, and the ball was overthrown, but really nowhere for that ball to go to. Defense not fooled at all for the 2nd straight play. This time, they make McGregor pay and come away with the interception. Make the Pines pay and come away with the interception.
So with a 9-0 lead, back at it is McGregor on offense. Handing it off, finding some room along that far side, withstanding one hit, and finally being brought down after a gain of maybe 3 yards. Blackbird with the run. 2nd and 7 coming up here for McGregor.
I wonder if that might be a big turning point here in early on in this football game. Still just over 8 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. But Bantam McGregor squad already up 9-0.
And they go to the air down that far side. Jump ball, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage by the Pines. And again, the McGregor squad not afraid at all to kind of chuck it down the field and go for broke.
Looked like that was Evan Starr in coverage, and if I'm not mistaken, Evan Starr looked like he was giving up about a foot to the intended receiver, but did a great job fighting for that football, and it falls incomplete, and now we do have an injury timeout on the field.
Looks to be an injured player from the Pines side. Getting a 9-0 lead for McGregor, as Blackbird went rumbling into the end zone for a good run, the major score. They keep it on the ground on 3rd down and trying to turn that corner and get some 1st down yardage. Didn't quite work out, but still able to. That was Mitchell Fortuna with the run there for McGregor. So still a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, but an impressive run nonetheless.
Yeah, Fortuna's a load to bring down, too.
Still 6 yards shy of the 1st down. On 4th down here for McGregor. Leading it 9-0. They will go to the air, up the middle, and just a little bit overthrown. Looks like one of the intended receivers in the area was Twig, but it falls incomplete. So that's going to be turnover on downs now. And the Pines will get the football back, trying to get some points on the board here this morning, down 9-0 to the McGregor team.
Yeah, McGregor squad unable to capitalize on that big interception. Forced to turn it over on downs.
I don't know who's who, though.
Pines getting the football back in pretty good field position here at McGregor's 40-yard line. Just inside of it, actually.
On first down, they hand it off, and some good running right up the middle. First down and more. Good run.
Picks up 15 yards, first and 10.
Is that Denemy with the run there? It's a Denemy with the Pines. They will keep the chains moving here. So first and 10. Pines with Stanley Insurance trying to get some points back after the EnviroClean car and dog wash for McGregor gets 9 points on a major score in that first quarter.
Some good blocking up front there from the Pines on that quick hitter right up the gut. We'll see if they go there again. Nope, they're going to put it up in the air.
A little short dump pass along that far side, and they dropped it. It looks like it was right in the receiver's wheelhouse, and he just couldn't haul it in. So an incomplete pass. Second down coming up.
Looked like it was intended there for Ryan Brophy. Just unable to pull it in.
Yeah.
There's going to be one team that doesn't have a kicker. We're going to have to score to get
Scott was asking me.
Second and 10, and now they hand it off to the running back along that far side, and a big tackle along that far side as Evan Starr had some room to move, but out of nowhere, McGregor able to bring him down with some gusto, and there is a flag or two on the field now.
Wow, that was a big collision on that far side. I think both players are still down. Boy, that was reminiscent of 60s, 70s style football.
Yeah.
Coming across almost like a head tackle, clothesline style tackle there on that far side. Looked like it was Evan Starr who was carrying the football, who had a good head of steam going around that far side when that collision occurred.
Back after the injury, back underway, and a penalty against McGregor, so the Pines looking to punch it in.
They do signal it's in.
It is a touchdown. So the Pines able to get some points back here. The Stanley Insurance Bantam Pines team. After the EnviroClean car and dog wash McGregor squad scoring 9 points and a touchdown earlier, the lead has now been cut.
And they are going to go for the 3 points here on the kick. The Pines is to try and even things up.
A bounce, and it's a kick up, and it's through. So despite the snap not being the prettiest at all, bouncing back to the kicker, they're able to make it work, and we have a tie football game at 9.
The very definition of a favorable bounce. I mean,
yeah.
That might be the first time I've actually seen a snap on a extra point attempt, bounce once on the way back to the holder, land perfectly in the holder's hands, and then convert the kick.
That is good concentration on behalf of the kicker and the holder, too.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that holder job is always underappreciated.
It really is.
Yeah. That's not easy.
If things go wrong, you're blamed. If things go right, they don't notice.
That's correct.
So a 9-9 score now.
Looks like a timeout on the
As
field.
the
I don't know who called it.
Pines, with Stanley Insurance able to answer the touchdown in the first quarter from McGregor, and EnviroClean car and dog wash, so a 9-9 score. And with 4:12 to go in the first half, a timeout on the field. Big substitution here for McGregor. Clock back ticking down again. We're now under 4 minutes to go in this first half. A 9-9 score as the Pines able to get a major here in the second quarter to tie things up. And now McGregor keeps it on the ground. Some room to move along that far side. And not a lot of room, maybe a yard on the ground.
It looked like, I believe that was Blackbird with the carry
Pick up a yard on the play, brings up
on that
7
far
to 9.
side. It looked like he had some daylight there, but one of the defenders got a hold of his jersey trailing behind him and was able to hold him up until the rest of the defense rallied to make the tackle.
So a very short gain on first down. 2nd and 9 coming up. And again, they keep it on the ground. Another minimal gain for McGregor.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down.
And they're going to say the football just came back to the line of scrimmage and no further.
Good defense here from the Pines. Only a gain of a yard on the first 2 downs. Big 3rd down here coming up for the Bantam McGregor squad.
.245 left in this first half. Close football game, and almost a fumble as it was shoveled off to the quarterback's left. And again, another minimal gain on the ground for McGregor. This will bring up 4th down, so 3 plays and what, about three yards gained in that series.
Well, Corin Stewart did a nice job, and I gotta say, he made it look so nonchalant here.
No big deal, just gonna put my hand out and catch the ball.
Let me just snag this with one hand here as these other players on the field try to tackle me. I'm just gonna snag this.
Very close to having a fumble situation there, but with 4th down, we're gonna see our first punt of the morning, and it's a pretty good one along that far side. Bounces 3-4 times, and now a bit of a little bit of a bobble there by the Pines squad, but they're able to recover cleanly from behind the 40-yard line. So a good punt there for McGregor.
Fantastic punt. Patrick Pearson forced to retreat to gather that football and then was not able to gather it cleanly and was forced to just jump on it. So really able to flip the field position there on that big punt was the Bantam McGregor squad. Now able to possibly put some pressure on this Pines offense and flip the field.
Sorry, that was covered by Patrick Pearson.
90 seconds remaining in the first half, a 9-9 tie. And the Bantam Pines with Stanley Insurance trying to get some points before halftime, and someone's going to talk it over. There's a timeout now with 1:26 to go in the second quarter. Off the timeout, and now a flag comes out. Before.
Kind of curious. We're not going to pay attention to that.
I think it just kind of flew out there. Now the quarterback has to quickly get rid of the football before getting dumped. An incomplete pass here. Good defensive pressure by McGregor. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. The Bantam Pines with the football. Sponsored by Stanley Insurance in a 9-9 tie. 1:21 to go in the second quarter. And once again, they keep it on the ground. Takes about four players to bring down the running back, but a good gain on 2nd and 10 for the Pines.
Good hard running there. It looked like that was number 26, Peyton Denemy with the carry. As you mentioned, good hard running, but I don't know if he got the full benefit of that forward progress. They're going to mark it as a, well, from the line of scrimmage anyway, a gain of about 3.
Under a minute to go until halftime, and another timeout rather, taken by, I believe, the Pines this time. Stops the clock with 53.5 seconds to go.
Well, you wonder if this is a situation where the Bantam McGregor squad maybe wants to use a timeout or two. Big third down here. They don't convert. Force them to possibly likely punt on fourth down, and then maybe get a couple plays in and maybe get a score before the half.
Yeah, anything can happen. Still lots of time, especially with those 2 timeouts left on the scoreboard.
That was a nice punt the guy got off.
Oh yeah, especially since
Big play here with 3rd and about 7 to go.
so I had to sprint back some more.
In a 9-9 tie. Pines with the football. They now have a short pass, lateral pass along the near side, and good tackle by McGregor, bringing down Patrick Pearson, who was the receiver. And now one of the
4th and 5.
young men down on the McGregor side.
Yeah, it was the defender on that side who did a great job fighting off the block and making the tackle. It was the defensive back, unable to get a number though, but when he made the tackle, it was the receiver fell on top of him. And as soon as that happened, you could tell he was in some discomfort right away.
And now, good to see the injured McGregor player up. And it looks like, I think Ty Oliphant was the injured McGregor player. But he's getting a little bit of assistant off the field.
Again, Oliphant made a great play there. The receiver was trying to put a block on him so the Pines receiver could get around to the outside, but Oliphant fought off the block and then made a great solo tackle to force a 4th down here that the Pines is facing.
Back underway, they keep it on the ground and nowhere to go. Good job by the defensive line. Absolutely nowhere to go for the running back. And looks like the final timeout, or one of the timeouts, has been taken. 20.9 seconds to go in the second quarter.
A lot of time ran off the clock there before that 4th down play got underway.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's changed the possession instead of the snap. But I mean, on the previous play, call a timeout so they can't kill the 20 seconds.
So with the football now, it is McGregor on 1st and 10, 20 seconds left. Some room to move down that far side. Look at this run. He's going to go in for the major score. Touchdown! Corin Stewart got through everybody and turned on the Jets using his speed to go into the big house. 6 points for McGregor. They take the lead. It's 15-9.
Boy, oh boy, a 44-yard touchdown scamper there from Corin Stewart. And we were talking about McGregor possibly using a timeout there to save some time on the clock, but apparently they had 9.5 seconds leeway because Corin Stewart needed just one play. Oh, and it's good.
The kick is up and the kick is good. So we've seen 3 for 3 with kicking converts, each worth 3 points. And it's now an 18-9 lead for McGregor as they get a last-minute touchdown in this first half. What a big run.
Electrifying run there from Corin Stewart. Great job blocking up front there from the Bantam McGregor squad, and Corin Stewart reading those blocks perfectly and then shows that breakaway speed at the end to run away from the defense and give the squad a 9-point lead now, 18-9.
One play, 140-plus yard run for the major score for McGregor, 18-9, thanks to Stewart's big run along the near side. Now only 9.5 seconds left for the Pines to work with before they head to the locker room. See what they can come up with here. Little flea flickered up the middle and almost intercepted, almost caught by the receiver. Brophy was the intended target, and then it was almost picked off there too. Equal chance for both teams to haul that football in. 6 seconds off the clock. We're down to 3.5 seconds to go in this first half.
I believe it was Caden Allward, the defensive back, that made that play, and actually a good job by Ryan Brophy as a receiver. If you have a sense that that ball is going to get intercepted, you turn into a defensive back, and that's exactly what Brophy did there. Make sure that the defender didn't come up with the interception and just make sure that ball falls incomplete.
3.5 seconds to go. They go with a similar play on offense, and a big defensive stop there for McGregor as they bring the McGregor Panthers down behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to do it for the first half. So a short halftime coming up here. An 18-9 lead for McGregor. The EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash McGregor squad up by 9 on the Pines with Stanley Insurance. Pretty entertaining first half.
Oh, great football. Really nice to see. And you know what? The weather, for my liking anyway, couldn't be any better.
No, it's nice. It's overcast, not raining right now. And very mild for the early part of November. So 18-9 at halftime. Second half coming up with this Bantam Championship at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. It's Mike and Mike with your TV. Your TV and Chatham-Kent Cougars football. It's the Bantam Championship. Mike and Mike back here as we are underway with the second half and a long pass attempt with the McGregor Panthers. It goes long and incomplete. The Bantam McGregors brought to you by EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, the Pines alongside Stanley Insurance, and 2nd and 10.
Again, wanted to thank our sponsors for allowing this to happen. The Cougars football organization obviously enjoys the great local support they receive in Chatham-Kent on the 2nd and 10 run.
Nice run up the middle, getting some good yardage, about half of what they need, so 3rd and 5 coming up.
Big thank you to Peach Physiotherapy and Wellness Center. Also, MP Roofing and Siding, proudly serving Chatham-Kent for over 20 years.
18-9 lead for the McGregor squad. And they have the football. Big third down here offensively. They hand it off to the running back near side. Some room to move and good speed by the defense. And a tackle by, I believe that's Christian Burgoon, who brought down the running back from McGregor.
And Burgoon in some discomfort, now taking a knee. I wonder if while he was making that tackle, he might have taken a foot in the gut area. Good to see that he's up on his feet and walking off with the trainer. Wonder if he, again, just maybe got the wind knocked out of him or just took a foot in the gut area.
Okay, he's the light 55 and he's the dark 55.
Okay. I didn't know there were.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very light 55.
Huh.
So his numbers.
Because they couldn't get another number.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be primo.
Everybody wants to be 55. Beautiful kick on 4th down. That's a nice majestic punt picked up by the Pines. Trying to get some of that yardage back, but not a lot of room to move for Patrick Pearson as he gets hauled down. So a great kick from McGregor, and they pin the Pines back a fair bit.
Second great kick that we've seen from McGregor. Boy, that's a nice weapon to have in your arsenal if you're in a tough spot. Flip field position like that, so valuable. And again, McGregor squad, great coverage on that punt. And the Pines now with a lot of real estate ahead of them, starting out at their 25-yard line.
Clock moving. A quick football game here for this Bantam Championship. Still overcast here in Chatham-Kent, but not bad. Warm. And no rain during the course of this football game just yet. And a little short dump pass along the near side. Not a whole lot of room to move for Jonathan Sanderson, who hauled in that short pass, but wasn't able to travel very far after catching the football.
You mentioned the weather. I mean, it's really unbelievable that right now it's as mild as it is. As you mentioned, early part of November. Going to go to our Environment Canada website, see exactly. I'm guessing we're hovering around 16, 61 area.
Feels like it. My thermometer would agree with that. Third down now for the Pines. Denemy with 3 on that last play.
Look at that, 17 or 63.
Nice. In the first week of November.
That's right.
First weekend of November. Really sweater weather today, but weather holding up nicely for this Bantam Championship game. Third down, and roughly 5 to go here for the Pines. They leave it on the ground, but a great read by the defense of McGregor. They saw that play right from the start. And nowhere to go for the Pines. So 4th and about 5 coming up. But again, the Pines are...
4th and 11. 4th and 9.
Pardon me, 4th and 9 as he was hauled back about 4 yards. So even farther back now is the Bantam Pines with Stanley Insurance.
Great play there by Brendan Dodman, big number 99, getting through the line and showing that great explosiveness for his size, able to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Little short lateral pass, and this won't be quite enough for first down yardage, but here's a flag that comes out at the end of that play.
Boy, and it was a late flag too, as they were trying to drag him down. The whistle was about to be blown, and I'm a little... Oh boy.
A 15-yard unnecessary roughness penalty. How big is that? Wow.
They called it a high head tackle there, so that's unfortunate for McGregor. Great defense, but doesn't pay off. With that penalty enforced, 1st and 10 now for the Pines from about the 46-yard line.
It's the second time in this game we've seen a 4th down penalty change the complexion of where things were going. Giving new life to the team with 4th down and a long way to go. Midway through the 3rd quarter, Pines continue with the football. They keep it up the middle and a minimal gain. Approaching the 50-yard line.
Minimal gain for Patrick Pearson, brings up 2nd and 10.
Pearson on the carry. He's had a pretty good workload in this football game here this afternoon.
This McGregor defense continuing to do a good job keeping the Pines excuse me, at bay so far this 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, they will go to the air. The pass is hauled in and breaking one tackle and unable to get past that other tackle. Nicely hauled in by Ryan Brophy, who's quite diminutive, I guess you could put it. He's got that short frame, but he's rather quick and agile.
He is, and he's tough to bring down. It takes multiple defenders to really get him to the ground. Make sure you've got him cornered. He's an elusive player. Number 3, we've seen him very heavily involved in the offense. Kind of reminds me of a Julian Edelman style receiver, if you will.
Good parallel. Now this one picked off by McGregor as that one was thrown into some deep coverage. And the Pines get burned. That is picked off by Corin Stewart, who has been big on both sides of the football in this game. And a huge interception there for McGregor. An 18-9 game.
Boy, and it looked like they had the receiver right there, but Corin Stewart coming out of nowhere to snag that football out of the air. Able to get a nice return there as well before finally being dragged down, but that McGregor defense, they've been tough. They come up with a big interception there.
McGregor. And now a little shovel pass to the running back. A little bit of room to move past the 45-yard line. And Corin Stewart right at the 45, it appears he gets hauled down. And off the interception, we'll see if McGregor can get some valuable points and make the Pines pay.
Well, I got to tell you, I just love the running style that Corin Stewart brings to this offense. It kind of reminds me of NFL comparison, Le'Veon Bell. Just so much patience. Lets his blockers develop in front of him, not too rushed to try and hit something that's not there. Always looking for the crease. And Corin Stewart's definitely a dangerous back.
Once again, they keep it on the ground, right up the middle, into that mud pit. One of 2 muddy deposits in the middle of the field. And Corin Stewart once again gets to about the 40-yard line, and that's going to be enough to move the chain. So first down here for McGregor as they march down the field after that interception.
Yeah, good hard running there. Corin Stewart again setting up those blocks. And again, it's a dangerous balance of being patient and too patient and then getting caught. You know, you have to have that good balance of knowing when to hit the hole and waiting for your blocks to develop.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. Run again right up the middle. Good run up the middle. And up to the 35-yard line, a 5-yard run for Blackbird, who we've seen a few times. He's had a couple of good carries, including, I believe, a major score.
Also don't mind when Blackbird carries the football. His jersey number, very easy to read.
That's right, yeah. Back to pass. And nowhere to be found as a receiver. Very much an incomplete pass. So now that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for McGregor.
I wonder if Mallet Bennett just throwing that one away, because as you mentioned, there was nobody anywhere near where that ball was thrown. But smart decision. If you've got no receiver to throw it to, then just get rid of it. Make sure it reaches the line of scrimmage. Don't take a penalty and live to see another down.
Big 3rd down here. 5 yards to go. Once again, they keep it up the middle. Evading one tackle, finding some room near side. Heading past everyone, going into the end zone. Touchdown for McGregor. I believe the 2nd major of the game for Trenton Blackbird. 6 more points on the board.
Oh, Blackbird, great job running around the outside. Off tackle. Breaks a tackle right at the edge, and then after that just kicks it into high gear and runs away from the defense. Big run there from Trenton Blackbird for the score. And they're going to go for the 3 here.
We've seen perfect conversions here with the 3-point kicks. Now a very high snap, and that's going to be a detriment. Easily blocked by the Pines.
McGregor 24, UCC 9.
So McGregor has now got a 15-point lead.
First one will start in their 35-yard line.
McGregor 24-9. First conversion that we have not seen successfully converted.
Well, we knew that there was probably some doubt in that kick being made as soon as you mentioned perfect.
It is my fault. I will shoulder the blame, absolutely. Honestly forgot that you had what side of the scoreboard still.
Oh, sounds like we've got a timeout being called on the field here.
24-9, Blackbird, Corin Stewart shouldering the load on the ground for the McGregor squad here this afternoon. And they're a big reason why the McGregor 24 and the Pines 9.
Good time here for us to mention some more of the sponsors here that help make this all possible. Evans Wholesale.
Also MP Roofing and Siding.
Campbell Toyota.
We're going to do that in
on
unison.
Richmond
Well done.
Street. Yeah.
Well done. Thanks to Campbell Toyota. Been around for a long, long time. Kona Ice, and of course, EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. And Scott Stanley.
No, it should be on the snap.
State Farm Insurance. Sky's starting to look a little more ominous here above the athletic complex in Chatham-Kent behind CKSS. And an incomplete pass for the Pines as they look to get back into this football game here, Michael, now down by 15.
Yeah, going to be a little more pressing here. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. And as you mentioned, the sky is starting to look a little bit more ominous. It did sound like that there were some storm systems headed this way. The wind seems to be picking up a little bit.
Nobody jinx anything,
No.
please. Nobody jinx. I hear Peter Cralo saying the L word, and I don't want him to jinx it.
The wind coming out of the west, of course.
We got to get the Doppler radar going to see if we have any
You
danger.
get light, the problem is you can't see.
Again, we did mention our sponsors, but to be clear, even though we did go to check the temperature, Environment Canada, again, Environment Canada not one of our sponsors, although it wouldn't be a bad idea for them to think about sponsoring next season.
Nobody's ever asked them to
No.
provide sponsorship, so. Oh, the rain's coming. There's a giant blob of green, yellow, and red coming. It's about an hour away. No, not less than an hour away, probably. Half an hour away.
Well, just enough time to get in a
right.
fourth quarter of football, I'd say.
No more whistles, boys. Let's just go.
We're just going to take these timeouts away from you.
That's right, yeah.
Yoink.
Yeah. 24-9. Yeah, the skies looked a little noticeably darker the last few minutes, and things are coming. We had a nice little break from the rain overnight. It's just been kind of gray throughout the morning for the most part. And the rain will be making a return appearance here pretty soon. We'll see if we can get this one in before things get a lot wetter as the Pines keep it on the ground on 2nd down and 10. This will be a 3rd and long situation, maybe 2 yards on that carry.
Some trickery there. Patrick Pearson takes the ball out of the quarterback's hands as he's pulling it back to attempt a pass. But great job by McGregor's defense. Again, they've been extremely stout. And there's a horn for the end of the third quarter. This will be the last play, barring any kind of penalty.
They go to the air. Completed pass. Can they get the yardage for the first down? Looks like they'll be a couple of yards short. Nice defense by McGregor to push the receiver back and not allow him the first down yardage. So 4th down and 2 will be coming up now for the Pines, down by 15 after 3 quarters of play.
I'm just going to see where they mark this one. His forward progress may have gotten him the first down. We'll have to see where they mark this after they switch sides on the field here for the start of the fourth quarter.
24-9 after 3 quarters here with your TV. Fourth quarter underway. Pines with the football. A little bit of a bobble after that short reception. And do they have enough to get that first down? It looks to be a little short here, Mike. About a half a yard short of that marker. They're going to bring the chains.
Yeah, that bobble slowed up the progress of that play and might have slowed it up enough that it's going to be short of the first down. Based on that mark, yeah, it is short. And McGregor's defense comes up big again. Force the turnover on downs.
So that is big early in this fourth quarter because McGregor, with that 15-point lead right now, will take the ball over in very favorable field position here at the Pines' 44-yard line. So already enjoying a 15-point lead, clock ticking down. Under 11 minutes to go. So it's imperative, if you're the Pines, with Scott Stanley Insurance, it's imperative you have a defensive stand here. But up the middle, nice run on 1st and 10, still going, still on his feet. Here's another touchdown for McGregor. Rumbling in, it's Trenton Blackbird.
Wow, Blackbird showing a combination of power and speed. Runs over the defender in the hole and then just somehow finds his way through the mess and then runs away from everybody for the score. And McGregor now jumping out to a huge lead.
Not over yet, but Blackbird's run down the field for the major score puts his club up in a very good position as they try to go for some extra points. The kick has been interrupted here. That's not going to work. Now they scrambling all over the field, still on his feet, miraculously still on his feet. Now he's trying to find some room up the middle. He's going to try to run it in. Is he going to make it? He's into the end zone. Oh, man. All of that for 1 point, but still, that is one for the highlight reel. Unbelievable. Was that Corin Stewart?
I believe that was Corin Stewart.
Corin Stewart. He was going to hold it for the kick for 3 points. That was quickly determined that was not going to work, and he was scrambling all over the field. Looks like he ran about 3 miles.
Yeah, Corin Stewart ran about 85 yards, which will count for about a 3-yard run.
And he only got 1 point out of it.
That's correct.
Oh, but I guess that's how the rules work. But impressive nonetheless. So a 7-point touchdown play. It's now 31-9 for McGregor. That's kind of just the exclamation point on that drive.
Wow. And,
oh, boy.
And even if that was two-hand touch, I think he still would have been good. Just making defenders miss left, right, and center.
Now the Pines will have to be quick with offense and brought down quickly, but a penalty flag is out. Brought down very fast was Patrick Pearson behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this call is.
Oh, no flag. They're waving the flag off. So no penalty. Now under 9 minutes to play in this football game.
Second down. Surveying the field, looking downfield and finding nobody, just throwing the football away. Third down coming up now here for the Pines, down by 22 points.
Yeah, under some pressure there in the pocket and unable to find a receiver. That clock keeps rolling. As you mentioned, the Pines need some urgency here, trailing 31-9 in the fourth quarter.
And that clock not stopping, under 8 to play, so not a lot of time for the Pines to get back to this football game. And again, Nothing happening on offense. An incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 4th down now for the Pines, and you probably figure this is going to be the football game right here.
Yeah, Braxton Anderson looks like showing a little bit of frustration there after throwing that pass incomplete. Just trying to get anything going, and big 4th down here.
And another little razzle-dazzle play here down the field, and the closest shirts were white down the field. Incomplete, almost intercepted by not one but 2 defenders from McGregor. So on 4th and long, that's going to have the turnover on downs. Under 7 to play, clock continues to tick down, and you kind of figure that's pretty much going to be it, as McGregor now up by 22 points and with the football in enemy territory.
Yeah, that's right. You're actually better off not intercepting that ball because your field position is affected, but obviously as a player you want to make a play anytime you have the chance. So really
you want the glory of the INT.
You want to have that interception despite what the field position would say. Because, of course, once you make the interception, you like to think that you'd probably get a return out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But, again, field position here favors McGregor not intercepting that ball.
Under 6 to go in this 4th quarter. A big lead for McGregor, 31-9. They hand it off to the running back, turning the corner along that far side of the field, just inside the sideline, finally hauled down. And that's going to be enough on 1st and 10 to make it another 1st and 10 for McGregor.
I believe that was Caden Jefferson with the carry that time. Showing some good speed, coming around from the near side, coming across the formation, taking that ball around the far side.
5:15 to go. And again, they'll just keep it on the ground. Name of the game here for McGregor, just keep the football.
Uh-oh.
Don't turn it over, and some umbrellas coming out now.
And the rain has just started, just a sprinkle. But you're right, the umbrellas are coming out.
And with the time continuing to tick down, looks like we'll hopefully get this one in before the rain gets any harder or more severe, which likely will happen a little bit later on this afternoon. Again, they keep it on the ground. Running back evading 1 tackle, 2 tackles, still on his feet inside the 20. And a big 1st down once again coming up here for the McGregor squad with EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash up 31-9.
1st and goal from the 5.
All the way up to the 5-yard line.
Oh, quarterback keeper.
Rolling into the end zone. Does he break the plane? It is in for the touchdown. More points on the board for McGregor and EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash.
Oh, boy.
Is he short? I thought it was.
Boy, yeah. It looked like the official on the near side here had signaled touchdown, but the official on the far side signaling that it's just short.
Just shy. All right.
Wow, okay.
So an early declaration of a touchdown, not there, but right on the doorstep. 2nd down. And they run it in this time. There it is. It is now official, a touchdown. We just got ahead of ourselves a little bit. There's a major score for McGregor. It's now 37-9.
Injury on the play.
Uh-oh. I believe that may have been the quarterback there on the keeper that's down, Owen Mallet-Bennett. Oh, fake.
go fake, and now in a lot of trouble is Stewart. Can he make even more magic like last time? Doesn't appear that he's got any more bag of tricks there. So just 6 points in that touchdown, but a 37-9 lead for the EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash Bantam McGregor squad. Under 3 to play. The Pines will get the football back, but they're down by a whole pile.
Well, not a bad time to mention our sponsors one more time. Your TV, truly local.
Correct.
Catching it right here.
Right here on Your TV.
On Your TV.
Thank you to this very TV station.
Your TV on Your TV.
It's hilarious. Well, they won't be inviting us back again.
I agree.
Oh, they probably will.
Formosa's Pro Shop, your one-stop bowling shop. Kyle Drive South in Chatham.
EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash, 2 locations in Chatham to serve you. Down the field, oh, big pass play for the Pines.
Brian Brophy with the big catch right there. Number 3's been all over the field today for the Pines.
Wow. Big pass play there for the Bantam Pines and Stanley Insurance. Back to pass again along the near side, and double coverage almost intercepted. Doubling up Braxton Anderson, the intended receiver. He had 2 white shirts all over him.
Yeah, one of them, I believe, was Trayvon Mulder, number 25, getting his hand in there right at the end. Continuing with our sponsor mentions, Kona Ice. Who doesn't like a nice Kona Ice, right?
Beautiful.
Oh,
and
nice
a pass up the middle.
play.
Nice reception right up the middle by Jacob Lewis as he hauls that one in traffic in big coverage. And some nice passing plays late in this football game.
Really like that snag by Jacob Lewis. Nice throw there, too. Right on the money.
30 seconds to go. Again, they go up in the air, and it's intercepted by McGregor. To put an exclamation mark on this football game for the McGregor squad. Another interception for McGregor, up 37-9, and the last few seconds are ticking down on this one.
Well, that McGregor defense, again, has been so big. Once again, coming up with a big stop there with the interception.
And this one is over. It is all done in the Bantam McGregor squad with EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. A big 37-9 win on the Bantam Pines squad with Stanley Insurance. 37-9, a convincing win for the McGregor side. Close start to the football game in the first half. It was still a close football game, but McGregor just too powerful in the second half.
Yeah, they really took control of this football game in the second half, didn't they? Great job running the football. McGregor was just key. They really blew this game open. Corin Stewart and Trenton Blackbird, the 2 of them, great blocking up front and just so effective running the football. And that really seemed to be the difference in this football game. Big win for that Bantam McGregor squad.
Rain starting now, but overall this was a good day to watch some fall football. And nicely timed here with a big system coming through very shortly in southwestern Ontario. So well timed with the football here this morning. The Bantam champs, the McGregor Panthers squad, brought to you by, again, EnviroClean Car and Dog Wash. A 37-9 win on the Bantam Pines with UCC and Stanley Insurance. So good to talk to you and good to work with you again, Michael.
Yeah, agreed.
So we'll do it again in the spring.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. I guess we can't be assured that we'll be back, but they might ask us back. And if they do, we'll be appreciative. And we'll talk again here with the Chatham-Kent Cougars. Again, follow them along at chatham-kentcougars.com through the winter time to find out some more developments. And we'll see you in the springtime with the Cougars on Your TV.